Alright everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video, we're gonna be up against Satsu Hafid. And yes, of course, before we start, make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, and of course, ring the bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content. So, the map is Bloody Shore. Let's begin. Okay, so I'm gonna be located at the top. Enemy will be at the bottom. Let's go and do this. So we fast forward a bit as we try and gather those containers around the map. Obviously, level 2 vehicle factory, um, level 2 vehicle factory, prototype facility, as well as the AV factory and a shipyard. So at this point, I'm only allowed to go 4 supply centers due to the fact that I queued up some armadillos and, of course, a caiman for, well, production. Okay? And so we go and do that dragonfly as well as more armadillos, and then of course the wasp, switching to scouting boost. Okay, so we got those riflemen around there, and super container is appearing right here. Now normally what the Confederation does is use the Delta to assist when in terms of collecting the container, as the Delta is considered as a tier 2 land army when it goes on land. Okay, so we fast forward by a bit as we gather those containers around here, and then we'll go ahead and try and use the wasp to gather some more containers. There you go. We got the super container here, a resounding victory. Super container, or yep, container around here. A scout. Okay. And then container again. Alright, so we're going HQ level 4 at this point, and we're adding more supply centers into the mix as we tech up our bases. Now, with this army, yeah, it may be composed of riflemen and some armadillos, but yeah, I mean, believe me, those numbers can deal damage. Okay, so we're going to up against a hammer, a delta, as well as a Cerberus. Let's go. So we're gonna have to try and destroy that delta. However, it's actually moving around, so we're gonna have to fight off this typhoons first, or the typhoon. And then I'll let the armadillo riflemen deal with the land army. Okay. Delta has been, or the typhoon has been destroyed. Delta has been destroyed. A bunch of assault infantry has been destroyed due to the fact that they are mainly outnumbered. Wow, look at the damage of that Cerberus. Wonderful damage. Wasp is catching up here. So we're gonna have to try and deal as much damage as we can on that Cerberus to activate its passive. There you go, passive is activated. He's going level 2 X facility. Acid Strike missed the Typhoon for that was what I was aiming for. Typhoon has been destroyed. And now I'm going after, once again, that Cerberus. However, that naval platform is actually pitching in when it comes to anti-air. Come on, armadillos! Yeah, obviously. What do you expect from armadillos? Lol. There you go. The dragonfly did its job successfully. I managed to have him build more bunkers here that will basically be useless based on where it's positioned. Alright, and so our army will be wiped out, but not after dealing a ton of damage. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna have to retreat and cut our losses. Expanding my base now, teching up, adding more supply centers. As the battle progresses, I'll have more resource income than he does, hence more successful base development and army production. Going level 3, special vehicle factory, adding more special vehicle factory, and prototype facility going level 3. We're going to put a scout here to, of course, see any cheeky, Seraphim rush. Dragonfly around here to do the same exact thing. Now we're gonna go and build those porcupine count, as I am expecting a Seraphim rush. Dragonfly to assist. Additional power plant. Leviathan is out. Super container. I'm gonna have to try and grab that. Okay. Okay, that was a Cyclone. Neat Cyclone Scout there. Saw everything that I have, and ooh, two more ABF factory and an additional special vehicle factory. So I can actually either spam porcupines from three special vehicle factory and two or two mammoths at the same time for level 2 special vehicle factory, and then of course chameleon and or vice versa, along with some dragonfly and jaguars here to help out. Now again, given the narrow passages here, mammoth would be really useful as you'll have them at the back instead of the jaguars which you always have at the front. Obviously, the dragonflies here act as a meat bag and a support, like additional firepower when it comes to getting rid of those shield and whatever shenanigans and protect your heroes, the wasp and the leviathan, against any forms of typhoons if the typhoons are not micro to attack a selected hero like the leviathan and or the wasp. Mammoths are now in production, as well as that chameleon and additional jaguars. And I pretty much have like 8 porcupines here, so I'm pretty safe when it comes to aviation. I also did put some scouts right here across the middle section of the map to gain more view and to avoid any surprise attacks. More dragonfly here, and then of course chameleon and mammoths. Now, as we approach close to maxing out our command points, I had enough resources to go for HQ level 5, hence I'll go ahead and do so. Picked up a vertex that's well done. He's still on HQ level 4, level 3 X facility, as well as going Thors. Okay, we got that Seraphim going on around there. He has like plenty of Typhoons as well as the Solaris already based on that Dragonfly Scout. Now, I just came to realize how important Dragonflies are in terms of additional firepower. You can also use it as a scout as it has high mobility and does not go through mountains and so on, or will not be obstructed by mountains or so on as they are flying. Additional supply center, so I'll have a total of 10 supply centers, and then I'll go for Albatross myself. Now, the good thing about this tactic is that you'll have more fluid when it comes to a variety of units. It only depends on whichever you're going to spam. Because you have plenty of factories for you to do it, you can just do so. Now, he's actually moving on to attack, and I expanded my base right around here to gain high ground view, but that Seraphim got in the way and destroyed it. And here we go, dragonflies. Okay, and so, let's see now. Seraphim active skill, Wasp active skill, and those Typhoons are actually targeting the Wasp along with the Seraphim. However, the battle is not over as I still have the Leviathan around here, and I'll go ahead and cast the skill. Boom. Heavy damage. Okay, there you go. And so he actually opted out for a ton of Zeus, Shield, and Typhoons, which is quite normal. However, as I have said, narrow passages can really work against you. Either on your favor, or the enemy's disadvantage, or enemy's favor. Here we go. That Solaris is actually being reckless as, they tend to be reckless as they have the shield to rely on for protection. Oh, that's so close! Okay, I don't know where that porcupine came from, but I'm going to have to retreat as majority of my chameleons have run out of energy. I actually saw a Thor there made a bombing run. Additional anti-air here on my end, as I am already expecting those Thors due to the fact that I saw a level 30 air ABF factory. So additional anti-air will be really helpful, not only against the Seraphim, but against those Thors. Picking up the super container, this guy doesn't really seem to care about the super container at all. Additional anti-air around here and a sniper tower to act as a meat bag as well as gain view above the cliff. Okay, and so here he goes again. Okay, we're gonna use the mammoth to chip off some HP and deal extra damage. There you go. The good thing about the mammoth is that as long as you have view and if it is within range, it can deal damage. There goes those Thors. Okay. One Thor has been destroyed for one chameleon. Let's see, how many will I destroy? Okay, 3 Thors for a chameleon and a mammoth. Not bad for an exchange. Alright, so we're just gonna have to intimidate him because of that narrow passage, and so I'm going to have to retreat and cut my losses at this point. However, any additional damage would be highly appreciated. Okay, so scouting boost to, of course, gain additional speed. Ooh, that's Solaris. Okay, Thor. Okay, nice damage in that Thor for free since it did not really do any damage at all. And here we go. Additional engagement from this guy. And the shield. Okay. Majority of the stuff now has run out of energy and low on HP. Both the Seraphim and the Solaris. Let's see how the Dragonflies does. Acid Strike. And the Nuclear. There you go. Solaris has been destroyed by just those beauty Dragonflies. Acid Strike here. Then the Nuclear to follow up. Kablooey. Well, did not really destroy much of my Dragonfly, but severely damaging them is quite bad. But still, I managed to destroy some stuff for free, and I'm gonna have to take my losses once again, as those, Hafid may actually try and bomb me as I try to cross this bridge or narrow ridge. So, again, using recovery boost to recover the HP of all my units that's been badly bruised up, along with the heroes or every unit that I have. Okay, and so I'm going to have to take advantage of this glyph. Okay, that Thor actually tried to bomb the sniper tower. And we see typhoons around here. He could not really fire above the cliff as he doesn't have a view. He only was able to fire earlier because of the Thor passing by. Okay, and so with that, I'm going to take my position here and take advantage of this cliff as it is very, very important. And here we go. So I'm gonna have to take advantage of the cliff again, surprise attack, as he was not expecting those, losing some anti-air in the process, which means I'll have more mobility when it comes to aviation. I spread my army around like a madman. And so, thanks to the typhoons being destroyed, thanks to the hill. Okay, boom! Solid hit. My wasp has been destroyed along with the porcupine or a chameleon. However, my dragonfly successfully managed to go at the back end of his base. Meanwhile, my Leviathan will rain rampage here at the front. Okay, so I'm going to have to try and focus on those Thors that is being docked, so he's going to have to try and reposition them. So the Zeus, as well as every other unit from the Confederation that has a rocket that can fire on helicopters, will surely follow this path, since of course you don't really want a dragonfly at the back of your base. Meanwhile, I have the audacity to move my Leviathan in the middle of section of his base, and just splatter around there. There you go. By the way, I'm actually building up my Albatross count from 1 AVF Factory level 3 as the battle progresses. I actually saw some Vikings around here, hence I'm using a construction boost to speed up the process of torpedo construction, as well as the shipyard level 2 upgrade. Okay, only one dragonfly remains. Damage has been dealt and delayed his base production and whatsoever. Now he's gonna have to try and bomb again. However, I actually moved my chameleon at the back end of my army, and he'll end up losing that Thor. So my Leviathan did some damage on those buildings, killed a supply center, killed a bear, killed a power plant, killed some units that are newly produced in the typhoon, and so on. Okay, here we go. Now again, dragonflies are actually very useful, as you can use them for this purpose. As you can see, the enemy just sent a Viking, hence I'm going to have to use my dragonfly to assist with the defense. Okay, so the production has been finished. I got like one alligator here, as well as 3 torpedo platforms, and it's time to switch to another boost. There you go. The alligator primarily here is just meat bag for those Vikings, because if the Vikings were double tapped, they'll automatically attack the unit, not the building. unless a commander or a player attacks specifically ordered the Vikings to attack the torpedo platforms. There it goes. Okay, now that's been cleaned up. Here we go again with those Thor bombing runs. Destroyed one of my chameleons, and that's actually a better angle. However, you still will manage to lose one Thor at the exchange of one of my chameleon, which again greatly benefits me. And I'll go ahead and expand my airfield as I have a surprise for him in the form of Albatross. Now my dragonflies will, of course, catch up and regroup along with my Leviathan, as well as my army that's been beautifully positioned around in the middle section of the map. Oh, here goes now. Wow, just how tanky can that Solaris be? And here we go. Now, I'm going to have to use the Albatross to bomb the back end of the base, mainly the level 3 AVF factory, to cease the production of those Thors. And here we go, Acid Strike. Let's destroy that first. Acid Strike followed by the nuclear of the Leviathan, along with the mammoths, jaguars that are firing from above the cliff, and with those dragonflies to follow up. And now at this point, he doesn't really have a shield, and just look at my army here. It's blazing in glory from above that cliff. It is basically untouchable at this point. I've actually cemented my position here above the cliff, and then I did not actually move that around and used the Dragonfly, the Leviathan, and the Wasp, as well as the Albatross to attack him. And this, well, basically utilizes mobility and actively securing the position for my victory. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, again, smash the like button, ring the bell icon, and leave a comment down below as to what are your thoughts in this video. Likewise, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great day, and good luck with your battles.